a certain way? Or are we just doing it and then you're editing it together?
I just started recording.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. There's an intro I played before.
Okay.
And I'm gonna I'll edit that in later.
All right, let's do that then.
Let's check the levels, make sure. I think we're good.
Okay.
I think we're good.
That's fancy with the lit up keyboard you got there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, is that?
It's very Star Trek-y.
Yeah,
it doesn't bother me. It's cool.
Hang on. Oh good. I want to make sure the fan's on. Hi everybody, welcome to Lenny Schmidts Quarantine Comedy. That's echoey. Why is it echoey?
I don't have headphones, so it's fine for me.
Oh. I don't know. Is it? Maybe it's check. Test, check.
Checking, testing.
Whatever. See,
look at that. It's not echoey.
No, it's not echoey.
You fixed it. You're a tech genius. I'm just fixing my hair.
Not really a genius. You should see the first 100 episodes.
Really?
They're not solid.
Oh, they're shaky at best.
They're shaky at best. At best.
At best.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Wait a minute. Hold on. First of all, here's the best part. We're not on yet.
No?
They can hear us.
They can hear us.
Yeah, this
good.
this is what I do. I screw up constantly. So
okay.
So there we go.
So there. Oh, hey!
See, even when I'm on the road, I fuck this up.
Especially on the road, you gotta fuck it up.
Consistency.
Right.
I'm consistent, if not anything.
You're consistent at being inconsistent.
See, I crushed it.
You did it. It's awesome. Okay. I didn't even. I was just walking by and I had to figure out all my stuff.
Hi, everybody. This is a special taped episode in Oklahoma City on October 10th.
It's my wedding anniversary.
If you watch the show regularly, you know that I am on the road this week in Oklahoma City playing the Loony Bin. This episode will air next week on Friday, the 17th, or the 16th, right?
Yes. Friday would be yeah.
It'll air on the 16th. That's when we're going to air this episode. But I'm on the road, and I'm working with two very talented young ladies. And this is Jill Maragos right here.
Yeah, hi. Hi, everybody. Hi.
Yeah, she's working with me this week.
Yeah.
And we're staying in a condo. That's how it works. For those of you that don't know or in the know, we all stay in a house together.
Right.
So,
especially at the Loony Bins.
Yes.
Sometimes it's just like a hotel or something.
Yeah.
But here you get a whole house all to yourself.
Yeah. Which is cool because you can cook.
Yeah.
So
you can.
But then I go out and get Whataburger all week.
I was gonna say you can, and you do.
I do.
But then I don't. Food. I snack.
Yeah, that's all right. As long as you've got food in the fridge, it's still cheaper than eating out.
Yeah, absolutely. It really is.
So we're here. The show's been going actually good. I'm surprised. I remember my jokes and everything.
Look at you.
Yeah,
it's been a while for you.
It's been since March.
7 months, right?
Yeah. Now, how about you? You're working the road.
A little.
You live in Memphis.
I live in Memphis.
Okay.
We left, my husband and I moved out of California about a year ago. And so I've been in Memphis just as we were getting to Memphis to help start setting up those routes. Maybe Zanies and Atlanta, everything fell out.
That's a great time to
I don't know if I'm doing right with my microphone, but everything fell out. And so I have not built many routes yet. Just been at home. But now, the stuff that I did have going on with the clubs I had been working, that kind of started to pick back up, which is good. I did Wichita a couple weeks ago.
Good.
And that was fun. And then I did Atlanta before that. The weekend that the Atlanta Punchline reopened to the public.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
How was the turnout?
Not great. But it was like one of those things where like they were getting their feet under them, trying to figure out how to do this again, and
right.
But it was interesting to start doing it again. You're like, what are my jokes? What have I been doing for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The first night I gotta be honest, I was a little surprised how well the second night went.
Here?
I mean? Yeah, for me.
Oh
Wednesday
my God.
it was like whatever. Okay, we'll see. And then Thursday, I'm like, actually, it went really, really well.
Thursday, and it was great. Both nights were pretty good for turnout, which I was excited about because like pre-pandemic, Wednesdays and Thursdays are historically not the best.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because people want to go out or what the deal is. But like last night was a good night.
Oh my God, last night was fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel like I messaged a friend of mine today being like, this is the first time that I feel like maybe comedy is going to be okay. Like after the last couple of days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like it was like the other shows, I'm like, this is not working out. And people are going to get used to being at home and watching it on video and kind of like Netflix and all that. And live comedy might be not coming back to its full extent. But last night was fantastic.
Yeah, I think it'll come back with a huge bang.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm encouraged.
Because people are going to want to get out, man. People don't want to. I mean, live comedy shows they're great. They're much better live.
There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
Right. So I think when people start to come back, they're going to come back full bore.
Full on. Yeah. Last night, there was social distancing, right? Everything.
Right.
I think they were doing all the things right. So but it felt like a full room.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Or it's like
Yeah.
everybody's really connected and having a good time. You're like, this is why I did comedy to begin with.
Yeah. And it was, it was great. They were a great crowd, and they're all wearing masks. They're doing the,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Everybody's doing the thing.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was great. I was really surprised by the turnout. We'll see what happens tonight. I would assume the
Right.
first show is going to be good.
Yeah.
We'll see what the late shows.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, people here go out though. I mean, I feel like people were like, "Oh, we're gonna go do some stuff after." So I feel like the late show could be good. I want to jinx it because I almost did that to you. I was glad you had a good show last night because I was like, "They're gonna be great.
Yeah,
You're gonna have a good
they're
time."
going to be great. Like, shut up. What are you doing? Just don't say that. Ever.
You can't fail. I said,
You can't be like, no.
"Damn you!"
I am totally going to fail now.
It's hilarious. So yes, but it was good. It's been good. I'm appreciative of it. My hair is messed up, but that's fine. It's just
she didn't know it was
stuck
going
to
to be
my
live,
head.
taped.
We
I
weren't
threw that
sure.
out there last minute. I go, we're not going to tape it.
Yeah, it's
And then
fine.
she's like, I go, we're going to go tape it. She's like,
Ugh, okay.
so
Oh,
I gave
shoddy.
Megan an extra 20 minutes to get ready.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Giving
You can go
priority
first.
to Megan.
Well, she's like, well, I got to go take a shower. I'm like, all right, well, you go second.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind. What are we doing anyway, really?
Yeah.
It's like 4:00 in the afternoon. If I can't be ready by now,
I know.
then I don't deserve to be ready.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, I didn't get till, I only got up at 10 or 11. Well, I'm
Oh, that's not
hungover,
good.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm petering through the day.
I'm glad I didn't go. I was invited, and I'm like, no, I
It
can't.
was probably a better move.
Yeah. I know my limits, and it was when I left the club yesterday.
Oh, that's good.
Like, no.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I didn't know Jesse, I have friends here. So if I didn't have friends here, I wouldn't go out.
No.
Because I'm going to go back, going home. That's like now. It's like I know when friends are coming out.
Yeah.
So then I'll go out after the show.
Okay.
But then the other nights, I don't go out. Like with the staff, they go, you want to go out? No, not really.
Yeah.
But then you go one night where you want to go hang out with the staff because you don't want to feel like an ass. You
Yeah.
want to be that comic that
Yeah.
comes to town, doesn't
It's
hang
like
out with
she's
anybody.
boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That would be the that guy's a dick. You don't hang
Yeah.
out with anybody.
She's so rude.
Yeah, right.
She never comes out.
Yeah, she's a bitch. I hate her.
I know. It's true. And it's because I'm a total introvert.
Yeah.
I am, which is weird because people hear like comics and they think, oh, comics aren't introverts. You're out there on stage. I'm not. I'm terrified of people.
Well, a lot of comics are introverts, though.
I know, but I think most civilians don't think comics are introverts.
No.
You know what I mean? Like they think, oh, they'll go out and have fun. And, you know, most of my comedy's written for stage and I'm like, not fun. I'm just like, hi, how are you?
I'm
Sorry.
not a fun person at
Sorry,
all.
I don't know. Sorry, you know. Super boring.
You're like a writer. You just can sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the writer vibe.
For years, I didn't call myself a comic. I
Why?
said I'm
Why?
somebody who writes and performs jokes.
Did you really?
Yeah. I wouldn't do it. I still don't feel like a comic.
Yeah.
Do you? You do.
Yeah, I feel like a comic.
You've always felt like a comic.
Yeah, but I always had the show before the material. Like I was a loud showy guy before I had good jokes.
Yeah.
I was animated.
You're a performer.
Right. I'm definitely a performer.
See that?
So the first few years I was, my jokes. I look back at old tapes now. I'm like, ugh.
Everybody does.
Yeah, it was really
I'm like,
bad.
oh, shit.
Like, I still have friends. I used to close with a PMS bit that was horrible.
Oh
It was
my
just
gosh.
horrible PMS bit.
Did you just okay? I don't know. This is too. I don't know if you had this out of. Well, did you find, especially like in the first few years, that like the edgier it was, you thought the better it was?
Yeah.
Because that
Yeah.
was especially because I came up in LA and you go to open mics and if it wasn't like a dead fetus baby or something like it's abortion joke, like it had to be like people were just going because you're performing for other comics,
Right.
and they think it's hilarious,
Right, and a lot of people in LA are jaded.
Yeah.
So they're all in the industry
So
at some level.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So then when you go on the road, like when you do cruise ships or you do like a gig like here, it's like a regular city here. You know,
Yeah.
you go to the city. So you do aborted fetus joke.
Yeah,
and
they're
like,
not.
Whoa.
They're like, I know.
You're the devil.
That shit does not fly everywhere.
And when you're starting out, when you're early, all the edgy I knew was it's always dirty or blue. So
Right.
I always went dirtier. Like even now, I have a bit. I close with a bunch of stuff about. I do a lot of stuff about sex at the end of the show sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
But it's a real bit and a real story.
Right.
I have other bits that are just disgusting sex bits.
Yeah.
That I won't do anymore. I'm like, I'm not doing that bit. Like I have friends that'll ask me, "Hey, do that one bit," and I'll go, "No,
No, not
I don't do
Oklahoma
that bit
City. Are you
anymore."
crazy?
Oh, why not, dude? It's so funny. No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's I don't feel
It's
good
really
doing
dark.
it. Yeah. Plus,
Yeah.
you know where it came from. It came from just you wanted to write something that was, or I at least
Dark.
wrote something that was blue and edgy.
Yeah.
And you just because you wanted to be blue, so there was no realism to the joke itself. Really.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's just you're being blue for the sake of being blue.
See,
which
this
is-
I like dark stuff. Like
Yeah.
my whole family's super dark as far as like their sense of humor goes.
Right.
So like for me it was like not like I want to gross people out, but we deal with like dark subjects with humor.
Right.
So like for us, like if somebody died, we'd make jokes about it because that's how we cope.
Right.
And so for us it was just like nothing was off the table. And so like I would write a joke like that and they're like, no. Especially with how I look like a kindergarten teacher. So it's like for me to tell a joke.
That's totally out of character.
Yeah, I know. I look really like, and I'm a kind person, but it's just kind of how, like I said, it's how you grieve or how you process.
Sure.
And so I had one joke that was like, this girl, I won't do the whole, but like this girl put up this thing on Facebook about donating a wedding dress. And it was for a charity that would use your wedding dress and cut it up and make gowns for dead babies.
For dead babies?
Yes. And it was called...
For them to be buried in?
Yes.
Maybe? Okay.
It's just so horrifying.
Yeah.
It's horrifying. And then I wrote a joke that was like, I can't do that because I have all kinds of stains on my wedding dress from my wedding night. Like there are millions of babies buried in my dress already. And I thought it was funny. But people didn't like it, and it was literally my way of dealing with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
not, but it was like something I could say to my aunt, and she'd be like, hilarious.
Right.
But then people in like Wichita would not like it. And so I learned to not do that.
Right.
But it's where my head normally goes.
Right.
But not the like I'm going for the sake of going for it, but like how to grieve. And I'm sorry, this is not at all the subject of the
No, it's exactly what we
podcast.
talk about on the show all the time.
All right.
I talk about what happened, COVID, your style, what you do.
Right.
We talk about
okay,
whatever you do
cool. If I
professionally.
get too off tangent,
No,
just be
I
like,
like to get into-
give me like a
No.
like a real subtle symbol. Like
No, you go wherever you want to go. I like
All
to
right.
talk about technique
Sorry,
and what
I'm
you do and why you do it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
totally
yeah.
cool with that.
All right.
The last episode, who was on? Jeff Shaw was on. I don't know if Jeff Shaw were on the last episode. We talked technique for 20 minutes.
See that?
Yeah.
I could talk that all day long.
Yeah, and people that watch the show generally appreciate that. They like
Okay,
to see
good.
because they don't know. Like you said, they just think we're clowns all the time.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of thought that goes into what we do.
Yeah.
And we mostly come from a dark place. Most
Yeah.
comics I know have, even the guys I know that I know that we're clean, completely clean.
Yeah.
Off stage, they're filthy, disgusting
Yes.
human beings. Like not like gross.
Right, right.
They have a dark sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like,
I think so.
I don't want to mention any of their names because I don't want to blow up their persona, but I know a couple guys who make a lot of money working clean.
Yes.
And they're known for it. But off stage, man, I will hang with him all night long.
Yes.
He's just nonstop filth joke.
Right.
And it's funny as shit. But we just come from dark. My family's the same way.
Right.
My mom was a very dark, made fun of everything. We had kind of a
Yes.
shitty upbringing, you know? It
Yeah.
was tough growing up.
Yeah.
So she just we watched comedy, listened to comedy. She
Yes.
joked. All my brothers are funny.
Yeah.
We dealt with shit through humor.
Right, exactly. So we're one and the same.
Right.
We talked about that a little bit. We come from kind of messed up. You know, my mom's kind of cuckoo bonkers, and so like
Yeah.
it's interesting. I feel like it's a way to, like, humor is a way to cope. It's a coping mechanism,
Yeah.
and it's also somebody once told me, the guy, if I get off course, whatever, getting someone to laugh is or laughing is very vulnerable. Like it puts you in a vulnerable place.
Okay.
So if you can get someone to laugh, you're breaking through to them in a way that like can make them really uncomfortable. And you'll notice like some people are like, they don't want to like you. But I don't want to like you. I don't like you. If it's a girl and they're like, I don't like you because my boyfriend might like you, or somebody's insecure, or like I don't like girls because they're not funny. Whatever it is, you look like my ex-girlfriend. They'll be like, and then you make them laugh, and they're like, they go right back to like, I don't want to laugh. Like
Yeah.
you're breaking down somebody's shield,
Right.
and that's what I like to do.
Yeah, that's
like,
great.
Get in there, just get on the home.
It just drives me nuts. I do that when I see the guy in the crowd that doesn't laugh. I really point him out.
Always.
But you always get him at some point.
Yeah.
And then I always go, ah!
I got
It's like
you.
a big victory. The crowd laughs, and he's like,
Yeah, you got me. What are you gonna do?
That one was good.
See?
Well, thanks. It was 38 minutes of work, you
I know.
jerk.
Eventually.
It
Eventually
took
we
me
got
forever to crack you now.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Lighten up.
Right. You did know this was a comedy
I just
show, right?
I go, you know, why did you come to a comedy show?
No, it's awful.
That's
It's
right
so
up there
bad.
with the. You know what that reminds me of? Is Halloween's coming up. When I was married, my ex-wife is a big fan of. She likes to go to haunted houses.
Really?
Yeah, and she loses her shit. she would hold my arm
just dig
so tight
and
scream like a child,
Yeah.
like through everyone we've ever gone to.
Yeah.
She loved it. She, ah!
It's interesting.
And we were going to we went to Not Scary Farm.
Not Scary Farm, right? Where they take Not Scary Farm.
Yeah. So years ago we went to the Not Scary Farm and we were walking behind a couple who was just the tough
Yeah. What?
And they were like
Nice
annoyed
try.
at everything.
Yeah.
And they were annoyed with us.
Yeah.
And at one point I'm like, why did you go to a haunted house?
Right.
I don't understand why you're
So
here if you're going to just be
stupid.
angry and walk through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, stupid. I'm like, all right.
You're
Okay,
stupid.
well, we
Why'd
enjoyed
you
it.
come
I guess
then?
we're stupid because we enjoyed it.
Guess we got something out of the money we spent to come here.
Yeah, why would you be here? I mean, look at my wife going nuts at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. We do a lot of escape rooms.
Oh.
Have you ever done those?
I've never done an escape room. My daughters did one when we were at a club once. I let them go to the escape room
Yeah.
after the show.
We're
How are
hooked
they?
on it. I love them.
Yeah.
It's, you know what it is? It's because the world sucks. Like, it just sucks right now.
yeah.
And like, everything is like, I'm either always like compulsively just checking my phone for no reason. Then you see something, you're like, oh, this upsets me. And for an hour, because you get an hour to get out of this room, you don't think about anything else.
Right.
You've got to solve this problem. You've got to figure out what's going on. And you're totally focused on what you're doing. And for that 1 hour, it's like a puzzle or math or something that you got to do to get out of the room. And it's just an escape from reality.
It's an actual escape room. The escape room
you're
is an escape.
Yes.
Yes.
With an escape room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
I don't know if that's promoting escape rooms. I do them. I like them. My husband will come and visit me and we'll be like, because we've done all of them in the town we live in.
Okay.
Like all like 25. But then we'll go to like Little Rock, or we'll go, like, he's going to come meet me in Kansas City.
I bet that'd be a cool thing to do, especially during COVID, because if you're with someone, it's not a big group of people, just you.
No,
and
it's just the two of you.
Yeah.
And now because of COVID, they don't let other people try to come in with you.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have those on. They do those on the Norwegian cruise ships.
They do?
Yeah, one of the. I don't do it because it's really popular.
Yeah, so it's probably booked all the time.
Yeah, so like the entertainers, like, we can get in there, but if there's a lot of guests, the guests get first priority. I don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean?
you don't.
But it's cool. They have a whole escape room.
Cool.
Like in one area, and you got to go do this escape thing. So
Yeah.
people seem to eat it up. They like it.
The only thing that's funny to me is like, it's always like, you've robbed a bank. You got to figure out, or so and so stole artwork, and you're 007. And I'm like, you should make them realistic. Like, you got invited to a party, and you really can't stand the host. Like, how do you get out? You know what I mean? I think that'd be hilarious. You're just like,
No, that's hilarious.
Yeah. You're stuck at a homeowners association meeting. you got to get your coat and get out in an hour. Like, that's real life experience.
You grabbed a piece of cake from the pastry table, but Fred showed up from accounting.
Right.
And he's the worst.
And he claimed it for his. Shit.
He's got a story about his aunt. That same story he tells all the time at every party.
Can you avoid Frank and eat the cake before you get out?
You have 60 seconds.
You have 60 seconds. That's real life.
That's correct.
That is real life.
You should do that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious.
You should. Did you do that on stage?
No.
You should do a bit about that.
Really?
That's hilarious. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'll
That's
have to
very
figure
funny.
something out.
No, that's very funny.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll write
I
that
like
down.
And then you should build an escape room built around real life
Right,
situations.
right. Here comes the girl
You're
who
at a
watches what you
parent-teacher
do at
meeting.
a parent-teacher conference. That's funny.
That's hilarious. Love
Yeah,
that.
so that's what we do instead of like spooky stuff. Although I play spooky video games. I like
really?
spooky video games, like Resident Evil 7.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What
and stuff
platform
like
do you
that.
use? What platform?
PS4.
Okay.
Probably PS5 soon.
I'm still on the PS3.
Are you really?
I don't upgrade on purpose because I don't want to get back into games. I purposely don't want to get back into gaming. Yeah, so
Smart.
like I have a bunch of games for the PS3.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys travel and bring their platform, their system
Yeah,
with them.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that because then
No.
we'll get stuff done.
Yeah, you'll just be here all day playing
Yeah,
video
look, I'm doing this now. So I'll write. I mean, I get a lot of work done when I travel, so I try to focus on that.
Yeah,
otherwise,
smart.
I could kill 9 hours playing a video game.
Oh, yeah.
Before you know it. Like I
Easily.
got those Batman games. I got sucked into Arkham Asylum.
Oh,
And stuff.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. I used to do Twitch because I thought it would be a good way to, when we were in California, I thought it would be a good way to like get people to like me and maybe come to shows. But I wasn't really a gamer. I was terrible at it. But then as I played, I got better at it.
Yeah.
But I'd play video games for because shows are at night, I'd play from like 2 to 7.
Yeah.
But that's playing video games for like 5 hours at a time.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'd be like, well, I have a show tonight. I'll play till like 11. So I just go all day. And when you're playing something like Resident Evil 7, which is like super realistic, you like get out of the room and you're like you kind of forget, like you're opening a door like to your own house, like, you know, like or you see shapes and things. It really starts to mess with your head.
Have you done the? Did you monetize? Were you making any money on Twitch?
Some people donated, but I wasn't trying at that. I was trying to more build people up. And it's funny because during the day in California, nobody's around. Right. Like everybody was from like Norway and Iceland and Italy, and I'm like, these people aren't coming to my shows at all. But it's so funny. Like,
it's not helping my bottom line. No.
I had all these foreign people. I'm like, they're not going to come to shows, but it was fun for a little. It was a good experience. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know. Do you do any of the Twitch stuff?
No, my brother does it a lot. And he makes money off it.
Oh, good.
He does well. And I was going to look into Twitch, but it was another thing to learn. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. I mean, when I started all this at the beginning of March, and I got my YouTube channel going, and I put up probably about 80 hours of stuff during COVID. Yeah. And I'm like, everyone's like, you should do Twitch. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to learn another platform.
No, it's so hard too.
B, I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think most of my fan base is really not a Twitch.
Yeah, they're not Twitch people.
Yeah, they're not Twitch people. No. Like, we could be wrong. My brother Mike does well with it. Yeah. But and I know other guys that do it, but they don't make a ton. Like my buddy Todd does it. I don't know how much money he's making off it. Yeah. And then our buddy Colin is making some money off it. So they try to, and he does a lot of branding. He's like bringing in branding and stuff. So he's supposed to be setting a logo up for me.
Oh, that's cool.
But I don't want to learn another thing. Every time I turn around, like I told you, I think we had this conversation. I spend more time watching tutorials and learning how to use this equipment than I am writing jokes and material. Like I was so happy I got to sit down and write this week. I was like, oh my God, this is the best.
Yeah. Yeah, when you kind of get that break. Because this is not easy. Right. This is a lot of work, this stuff.
What, this
yeah,
all this
podcasting
crap?
and all
that.
Yeah,
I didn't realize. Well, the first few, I did a best of worst of episode yesterday. I was watching the first. It's funny. It's on YouTube now. It's like if you go and watch it, it's really. There's me, you know Dan Greeter? He's out of Cleveland. He's a comic.
No, I know the name.
He's really funny.
Is he?
He's so funny. But the whole clip is just it comes back to me and him going. I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Are you on?
And he's talking to his son. And would you fix this computer? And we're both sitting there. I'm like, hello, Dan?
Can you hear me?
And he's like, he can't hear me. I don't think he can hear me. We're texting each other. It's just it's so embarrassing. It's so horrible. And we're both laughing. We're like, well, this is the worst. We shouldn't be doing any of this.
You're like, let's not do this. I only found out about Twitch because when I was doing a run in the Northwest, I had a Thursday off. So you do like a show Wednesday and then you'd be off Thursday and you do Friday, Saturday shows. Mm-hmm. And so you'd have off. And I'm like, I'm not going to go all the way back home. And there is a guy. Well, I guess he's not in Portland anymore, but he had the Sour Kool-Aid show. Okay. And he still has, tons of followers on Twitch.
Was it a Twitch show?
Yeah, it was called the Sour Kool-Aid Show. And he would play video games, but he'd also do like characters and stuff. Dan Paul is his name. He's very funny. But he had just people like just following him. And then every Thursday, he'd have comics on. And you do however much comedy you wanted to do in the corner of his garage with like a green screen in the back. And like you're doing it to him and his people online. Mm-hmm. So he's streaming it to whoever. I'm hoping I'm doing the right thing with Mike. But he's streaming it live and people are like LOL clapping hands and donating. You make like a couple $100 just in tips. Yeah. And he'd let you crash on his couch if you wanted, and his wife and kids were over in the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was awesome. You just sit there and drink and tell jokes and mess around and play like video games. It was a blast.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, Mike does that. He does shout outs too, I guess. They'll do a thing where they'll do a shout out where if somebody gives money, he'll go, hey, shout out.
Yeah. It's like so and so donated this. You're like, yeah,
Yeah, which I do on here. I got a lot of people that kick in money for the show, and I'll do it during the show. I go, hey, thanks so and so for this. And that,
for donating.
Yeah, right.
That's cool.
So hopefully inspires people. I don't know. I was trying to find a way to generate cash through the show as well.
Sure.
Because then I was trying to balance. I figured if I could do this and get it going a little bit, then when the ships come back, I can do less ships.
Yeah. Because ships are grueling, I hear.
Well, the time thing is going to be harder now. Your wife?
I've not done them.
You've never done a ship?
No. It was a decision. Yeah, I had a friend who said he could hook me up with it, but I was like, I don't think I'd do well.
Yeah?
I mean, I
think you do well on ships.
No. Well, I think I'm a little too dirty. But then also in my...
it depends on the show.
On life. In life, I don't think I don't think I would fare well.
The life adjustment is definitely a big thing.
I hear it's very isolating.
Yes.
And
I
don't
even more so now.
Yes.
Like when whatever's coming up now, I don't expect, like I used to get off in certain ports and go hang out with people and do stuff because I know people, and I don't know how much of that I can do.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to be doing ship-only
excursions, and
it's got to be licensed. Well, you can, but it's got to be a licensed function through the ship. So the ship sets it up more than anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's going to pan out, but I'm going to take the work because I need the work.
Yeah.
I mean, really, 95% of my income was ships.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I was always on a ship. So yeah, clubs was always like this gig I booked 8 months ago. Jeff booked so far ahead of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I booked it a long time ago.
Well,
so I usually just spread out. I'll do a club every couple of months,
and then do ships in between.
Yeah, just because I like the different crowds.
Yeah,
I don't want to just be on ships.
See, I could see you being good on ships, though.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good gig. I like it.
Yeah.
And I got used to being alone. That works.
See, I get weird.
Yeah.
I do. Like what's weird about this week? You and I and Megan barely talk to each other here.
Right.
Like we do our stuff. You're here. Megan's in her room. But I like knowing people are here. Like it's nice to hear it's always cool. I like hearing her kind of
people rustling around.
Yeah, but so I don't feel alone.
Yeah.
But like in a hotel room, I get really weird. Like I just can't pick up my habits, and like I'm just like, what do I do now? And so I just kind of spend the whole day sort of isolating, and then I get weird. I'm a weirdo, I think. Unless it's somewhere where it's like I know somebody, like I have friends who live in Ohio, and I'm like, if she's around, it's great. But like at a ship, I think I would just end up in my little hole.
In your cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make yourself get out and walk around outside. Like I'll go upstairs on the deck. Norwegian's got most of them. I think it's deck 13 or something, or 11.
Lucky deck 13.
Yeah, they don't have 13s. I'm sorry. They don't have 13s. They're just like
hotels
or a lot of skyscrapers don't have 13s.
Oh, really?
Too. Some of them, right?
I would think so. It makes sense.
But you got to get out and walk around, and there's a couple places I'll go out and read or whatever, just get some air.
Yeah.
But I also work out a lot on the ship. That's what I do more than anything.
Right.
I work out like crazy.
See?
On the ship, and I don't know how that's going to happen when I get back.
Oh, because it'll be dirty and they'll have to clean it and stuff.
Well, they're real good about. I've been watching a lot lately. I'm going to mention probably in the pre-intro to the show when I do the intro. I'm going to mention it, but I keep up on what's going on with the cruise ships. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And what's going on. And they had a meeting yesterday in the White House. And one of the things, I moved everything. I got to be careful. This is a very tender setup.
It's very, I know, I hit the table. Like, oh, gosh. Earthquake.
But I don't think people realize how clean ships really are. They really, if you're not on a cruise, or you don't cruise regularly, you don't realize how clean they are. Think about how many ships there are. They've been fighting the norovirus for years.
Yeah.
Which is a stomach thing. It happens in your intestines.
Yeah.
And that spreads by touching a doorknob. I mean,
no, it's like a nightmare.
Crazy. So when they have an outbreak on a ship, they're on top of it so quick. It's never an outbreak. I think only like 3 times in the last 5 years have I heard of some sort of outbreak.
Really?
And even then, it's only been like 15 or 20 people.
Yeah.
Where they caught it. So ships are a lot cleaner than people think they are. And so far, they've been sailing in Europe for 6 weeks, 2 months.
Oh, really?
And they have had 0 coronavirus problems.
Oh, wow.
None. So that's what there was a meeting about. It was like, I think it's time that we start. And they're talking about lifting this ship to nowhere thing, which is, I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole nother thing.
Isn't that a Talking Head song?
Road to Nowhere. They should do that. You just gave them an advertising.
There you go. There. Get on it.
Of course,
David
Byrne's going to have to approve it. That's never going to happen. I don't think you can use. Okay. So why did you leave L.A.? You were in Van Nuys, which, by the way, I love your joke about the guy selling crack out of the boat. Is that true?
Yeah. We had super sketchy neighbors.
Yeah,
there's cops there like every day.
Well, we live south of the boulevard. It's really nice where we're at.
See? You're not in Van Nuys, though.
No. I purposely, in fact, we just moved about a month ago.
See, we lived in a really cute little, microcosm. They actually call it Valley Glen.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, you just took part of Van Nuys and renamed it. That doesn't suddenly make it
better.
Yeah, you're not suddenly in Ireland. It's really nice.
Burbank and Kester or somewhere around there, or
somewhere. I'm trying to think of the cross streets because it's been a while. So we met in North Carolina. We moved to Northern California. And then we moved to Southern California for 4 years, and then we moved back to Northern California, and then we moved to Memphis. So we've been all over the place. But Van Nuys wasn't great.
No,
was
it's not.
dirty. What
No.
were you asking me? I'm sorry. I'm all over the place.
Nothing. I was just bringing up why you left Memphis. Was it your husband's work? Or you
Yeah,
went to
my
come
husband got a really, really, really good job.
Oh, right on.
And
That's great.
it's so much cheaper there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So we're like, we can live like kings and queens compared to California.
I have a lot of friends that have moved to Memphis.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of there's a big music scene there.
Yeah, there's a very big music scene.
Yeah,
there.
most of the friends I know, bands and musicians I know that have left LA have gone to Memphis because it's more successful.
I would have thought Nashville right now, but I don't know.
Memphis and Nashville, I think both cities are good for music.
Yeah.
Because LA is shit for a band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like the 70s when it was
where it
different
was
vibe
like
back then.
blowing up.
Right.
I feel like since living in LA, because I was an actor first.
Right.
Actor, because I called myself I was an actor. It didn't
I have
go
headshots.
well. Yeah, I know. Me too. I mean, well, that was the thing. It was just like it wasn't working out. And then when I found comedy, I'm like, oh, this is how this is supposed to go. You know what I mean? And so I kind of discovered comedy. I had a friend drag me into it.
Right. Okay.
And she's like, I want to do what you have to do. I'm like, yeah, okay. And she doesn't do it anymore, and I do. But I was like, oh, this feels like it fits.
Right.
And so starting comedy in LA was difficult, they tell me, but I like, what do I know? Like I only know because I started. So like
Late
know,
80s.
it's
How long
only
you been in stand up?
like 8.5 years.
Okay.
But like,
Wow, you're solid at 8.5 years.
thanks.
Yeah, you're really good.
I'm mathematical in my writing.
Okay.
So
yeah,
like
I would have thought more.
Like,
I would have thought double digits easy, 13, 14 years.
Really?
Yeah, you seem very
oh,
experienced.
that's nice of you to say. I'm
there.
embarrassed.
Yeah.
But I write a joke, and then I like it's got to be the right word, and it's like timing is the thing. Like so, like I'll know within like 85 to 90% if a joke will work by the time I bring it to stage.
Oh wow, okay, cool.
Yeah, because I'll be like, and my husband's good with like he's not gonna. He's funny, like intermittently, like hilarious, but like he's not like a comic. So, but if I go, hey, does this work? Could be like, make this shorter and maybe pick a different word, and then it'll work. And you'll know when you make yourself laugh.
Right.
And so like I pretty much know, and then I'll just work it in the middle of a set. But like in LA, you could go to 5 open mics a night.
Right.
And just be like, I'm gonna run this joke like 5 times.
Sure, in one night. Yeah.
In one night, and just get it out more, and then so that was good, but there's not a lot in Memphis. But by then, like, by the time we left LA, all my best gigs weren't in LA. Right. Like, there's so few of the actual comics who live there work the clubs there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I feel like LA tells you when it wants it, and it's never really wanted me there.
Yeah, my theory with LA is once you show someone they can make money off you is when you succeed. And I never got a manager or a big management or never signed with anybody and never did any of that.
Right. And
I acted a lot for a while. I wasn't doing stand-up barely at all.
Yeah.
But I had a great for about 13 years, really good.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I was working actor. I was, paying bills, doing
nice.
Well.
That's great.
And then I got divorced. Then I changed. And then everything changed. And then I found cruise ships, and then I disappeared in the water.
Right.
But I never. So many comics live in my area. Everybody goes to the road, comes back.
Yeah.
Like a lot of guys are leaving now.
Yeah. Oh, so many people are leaving.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Schubert was talking about leaving, and Joey Diaz just left.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody is just really.
John Heffron moved back to.
Did he?
Yeah.
Who else?
Michigan.
Somebody else just moved too, and they're good. Leo, a friend of mine, Leo just left town.
Really?
Yeah, didn't say it, just left.
Just leaves. Yeah. Well, because like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're either quarantined and somewhere cheaper, or you're quarantined in LA, and California, it's so much more stringent with restrictions.
Oh, it's brutal. Plus, it's the cost of living is insane.
It is.
And I got I don't want to get political, but the liberal politics in LA are they're not helping the city right now. There's a homeless situation there that is just a mess. Oh. It is really bad right now.
Yeah.
And they got to figure something out.
Yeah.
They got to figure, and it just seems like everything they do is wrong, and every idea they have is terrible. And you're like, no,
like, what
that's not going to work.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't know.
There was something I was reading something about. Somebody building housing for the homeless. It was a different city, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They seem to do stuff that works and makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Oh, I know. Have you ever heard of tiny homes?
Yeah.
Small homes?
Yeah.
Which
tiny houses or
which
they're
are
like almost like a little shed or like
but it's like
container,
a camper, almost like a camper, but it's nice. You go inside, and it's like I could almost like live in one of those things. I could live in one of those, but the only thing that creeps me out is almost every single one of them. The bed is above, like upstairs.
Yes,
on
it's
a
like
shelf.
a little loft.
So and I can't.
I need
the
room.
ceiling is right there. I'm like,
I feel like you're in a coffin.
Yeah. I can't do bunk beds. I'm like,
no.
That's like the cruise ships early on. They used to put us up in bunk beds, and I'm like, I can't do this bunk bed thing. It's making me. I used to throw the mattress on the floor.
Oh wow.
And sleep on the. I'm like, I can't deal with because I would wake up and.
You're like, where am I?
Because I have phobia of being buried alive.
Do you really?
One of my phobias.
What?
Buried alive.
Okay.
Eaten alive.
Eaten alive.
Eaten alive.
Like
a lion.
Oh, a shark.
Like an animal or something.
Yeah,
eating me alive. Like if an animal, lion came in right now and ate me alive. That scares me.
That'd be awful.
So eating alive, buried alive, burning alive. And there's one more thing that drives me that I'm constantly. Oh, not being able to breathe.
Okay, like being suffocated.
Freaks me out. Yeah.
Not drowning.
Like if I can't.
Does that encapsulate drowning? Because that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I think drowning would be. Yeah, because then you can't.
But drowning's
breathe.
preventable.
Yeah, it is. But if I was under the
swimming.
water, I wouldn't hold my breath. I think I would. I don't know what I would do. I would freak.
Yeah,
but I've had, and I used to have panic attacks years ago. Like I went through a bad period after my divorce. It was a mess, and I was drinking a lot. And it was chaos.
Okay.
But I used to have panic attacks, and during a panic attack, I would lose my breath. And when I lost my breath, I would freak. I could breathe, but I couldn't.
Yeah, breathe.
And then it was just.
Yeah.
I would sit up. Like,
did you do the paper bag thing?
Yeah, it was just, I would try everything. But those phobias, I don't know how we got on that. What are we talking about? Oh, burial, the coffin thing.
Yeah. The tiny homes, the homeless tiny homes.
And tiny homes. They set up a deal with tiny homes, and I can't remember the city that they did this. I gotta look it up. Okay. But one of the things they do, there's rules you have to follow to have this tiny home. If you're homeless, you get the rules. But one of the things they don't do is they don't drug test. And they go here, and a lot of the housing complexes in LA, especially, you got to be drug tested. Yeah. And they're starting to come up with the idea now that maybe drug testing isn't the greatest idea, because because they give them a tiny home, they get an income and like a job to help keep the grounds, or they give them some sort of job. You know what I mean? And they go, if they can make their rent and pay their bills, and they're doing drugs, you go, maybe that's not the end of the world. Maybe that's not. Maybe it's not a good idea to kick them out in the street.
Maybe it's not a good criteria.
I mean, they have an option for like a 12-step program or whatever. They have options for meetings, but maybe helping them out with a job and a place to live will get them toward a step of getting off drugs. Because if you put them in the no, you can't be on drug situation, they break that rule, you kick them out, then they're just homeless in the middle of the street and they're drug addicts. Right. You're not helping them in any way. Right. I mean, you got to give a little to get a little. Maybe that makes sense.
Maybe. I volunteered at the Midnight Mission in LA on Skid Row for a little while. Okay. And it was kind of interesting because they did something I don't know. It was a little bit more restrictive, I think. Yeah. But like anybody could they have a courtyard that there was like a fence that would lock in the front. And after a certain time, if you left, you don't get to come back in. Right. But they had it set up and they had little almost like tents that turned into like little miniature homes. Yeah. Where you can keep all your stuff in there. And you could stay in there, and there were showers that you could take within this courtyard. Right. And you could stay there, and you could petition to start a program. And if you started the program, you can come in, sleep in there was like a gymnasium, right. And then the rooms got better and better, and you could do have educational classes, but you had to be clean. You couldn't leave the grounds. Right. But you had to be clean, and they had a pretty good success rate. I mean, it's recovery, for drugs and alcohol it's not a good percentage. Most people do not recover, right? Or they regress again. Right. But they had a pretty solid, I don't remember what the percentage was, but they had a pretty solid success rate. Because by the time somebody's like, I need the help, and they're like, once you got kicked out, you're done, or you had to start all over again. Right. And it was like, but they had people who were like, had been to prison and had all kinds of problems, and it's eye-opening, like serving people food and kind of watching these people come through, because they did 3 meals a day every day. Right. And they wouldn't turn anybody away. Right. But as far as like their program went, it was pretty restrictive. Right. But I don't know. I'm not well versed enough to go what will work and what won't work. Right. Yeah. It's kind of a sad subject. It is sad. It's great for the podcast. It's sad conversation. Great comedy fodder.
Comedy fodder.
Quick, tell a dick joke.
Hey, lighten up, assholes.
Jesus.
This is the worst.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We gotta go.
All right, I'm sorry.
No,
I
do that all the time. I always
Okay.
lose track. I think I might make these 2 separate episodes now.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, that might be a
Do
better
it.
way to
Why
go.
not, right?
Yeah,
I'm sorry
I can
I
do. It's
talked
my
for
show.
so
I can do
long.
whatever the fuck I want to do.
You do what you want to
I
do
will
then.
First of all, thank you for doing the show.
Thanks for
It was great
having
working
me.
with you this week.
Great working with you,
Yeah,
too.
you're
It's
very
a lot of fun.
funny.
Yes,
Do you
you're
have
very funny.
album or anything you want to plug? Anything you want to push?
I'm on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff at Jill Maragos. My name's there, so it's just all at and then my name. I have an album. I don't know if that's great, but you can get it. It's Mental Jillness.
I love that.
Thanks.
Where's it available?
All over.
Is it?
You know, all the places, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
After
iTunes.
what I do also
Spotify.
is after the show, or when the video goes up,
Yeah.
in the bio, I put links to all your shit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'll put your Instagram, where you get your
Yeah.
album. I suggest she's
On
very
the
funny.
website.
Oh, go to the website.
JillMaragos.com. So if you want to come see me, I've got shows coming up the next 4 or 5 weeks. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm pretty booked for a little while.
Look at that.
Till
There you go.
everything dries up altogether.
Yeah, work while you can. Where you at next weekend?
Skyline Comedy Club in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Oh God, I want to get back in. there
So
bad.
good.
I love
Such
it.
a good club.
Isn't that somebody who just bought it? The cat that runs
Yeah, the
Tacoma.
people who are in Tacoma.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
So they have Tacoma,
Skyline and one other room, right?
and Brick House now in Oklahoma City as well, I think, right?
Oh really? Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't work for them then.
No,
I can't
because
work for
we've
that
worked
one.
here.
Yeah, right.
It's like, but they had a few. There was another one too, just what's the name? It's outside of Seattle. There's another. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Why don't
do
even,
it.
you guys?
All right, but if you're next week, if you're in Wisconsin,
Yeah, Appleton, Wisconsin.
Appleton,
Come hit me up.
Wisconsin, go up and see
We'll eat some
Jill.
cheese curds.
Jill Maragos. Yeah, eat some cheese curds.
I love it so much. All right.
Also, I gotta do this. I want to make sure I do
okay.
this correctly. Hold on. Hold on. I'm so good at this.
You're very good at
I'm
it.
not
You want
gonna-
me to
let's
do like
lose that.
this?
Yeah, kill some time, will you? Okay, that's awesome. All right, do me a favor. Thanks for watching the show, folks. Do me a favor. As always, dream of Pinky. Oh, I did it wrong. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's try this again.
And
Dream of Pinky.
Lenny Schmidt Quarantine Comedy was created, produced, and is hosted by Lenny Schmidt. We live stream on YouTube at 6 p.m. Pacific every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Special episodes occasionally stream or are uploaded on Tuesday and Thursday. Every episode is also launched as a podcast and can be heard on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. If you enjoyed the show, please like the video. If you really like it, share the video. If you really, really like it, please subscribe to the Lenny Schmidt Comedy channel on YouTube. You'll get updates on this and numerous other online comedy content that my dad produces. Check the info section below for detailed information on all of our guests. If you are a fan, you can follow and support them as well. Go to their page, like their content, buy their albums, purchase their shirt, any merch they may be selling. Anything you do will support performers, will literally help save the arts. In fact, if you want to support this show financially, just go to lennyschmidt.com/ifyoucan or Venmo at Lenny Schmidt Comedy. If you donate as little as $1 or as much as $10,000, it will help pay for the stuff my dad keeps breaking. If you can't pay for the comedy content, that's okay. COVID sucks for all of us. Enjoy the free show. If you want to find a way to support what we do, just subscribe to Lenny Schmidt Comedy channel on YouTube. That really helps a lot. Thank you for listening to my dad's show, and as always, dream of Pinky.